We take at the California Public Utilities Commission the issue of fraud very seriously, and that's why we've come here to Parlier today. Rooftop solar in California for homes like the one behind me is made possible by a program that we have at the Commission known as net energy metering. We're committed to meeting California's clean energy goals, and rooftop solar is a key component in achieving that goal. But when we learned about the dozens of low-income and elderly homeowners here in the Valley, we, especially in this particular neighborhood here in Parlier, we became very alarmed about and started to immediately investigate with our colleagues at the California State Licensing Board. We have formed a solar consumer protection task force of all the government agencies, and we're trying to work on this problem of fraud together. This week, jointly with the District Attorney of Fresno County, as well as the Contractors State Licensing Board and the Department of Business Oversight, 300,000 households in Fresno County received an informational bulletin.
There is an unusually high amount of victims in this one small area. So that's why we've worked with our partners to help get the information out, and it's why it's so important that all the people in Fresno County take a look at the mailer that they're receiving from our agencies this week if they're interested in going solar. There are a lot of important questions you need to ask, things you need to know, because these people are going to misrepresent the system, how you pay for it, and that's where you're going to get into trouble. They tell you what we're finding out that's happened is they sell you a solar system that you can't afford. They tell you the system is part of a government-funded program and is going to be paid for through your property taxes. Well, they don't tell you that's actually in addition to your property taxes. It's just a form of making the payments through your property taxes. The people think it's actually going to be part of the taxes that they already pay, which is not the case. They sell them a solar system that isn't going to save them money. It's woefully undersized, or in some cases woefully oversized, and they end up doing a lousy job installing it. They don't interconnect it to the grid, and so there's a lot of situations. Over the last 3 years, the Contractors Board has received a total of a little over 2,700 solar-related complaints for the entire state. Now, 198 of those complaints have been here in Fresno County. That's a pretty normal amount that you would expect, but that's where the normal ends. Here in Parlier, of those 198 complaints that we've seen for the entire county, over 1/4 of them are here in Parlier, which is a city of just 15,000 people. We've got a total of 53 solar complaints that have been filed by consumers here in Parlier. There's 3 other communities here in Fresno County, small communities that we've also seen a lot. And right now I can also mention that as a result of our work so far with the 53 complaints, we have actually revoked the licenses of 5 contractors. We've also got 3 pending cases against other contractors and still 21 open cases. So our work continues here. And speaking with the reporters who are with us today, we've actually got 3 more cases that have been brought to our attention that we're going to be taking a look at.
Well, as soon as we get an application for a permit, we do call the homeowner. We go over how they're paying for their solar and just go over the entire process to ensure that they understand their contract completely. And we do that before we approve any permit. And through the permitting process, we have several steps we have added with inspections to ensure that the solar is being completed and installed properly. And we also do vet the contractors as well, ensure that their license is good and that they have not had complaints in the past. So we have taken many steps to ensure that we are not victimized anymore.
You go through the social media sites and see how many people are affected by this issue. Not solar, it's the financing part. You know, it's a bad contractor. Solar is good. It's a contracting in the terms that we didn't understand. So, you know, by getting this in the mail this weekend, I was excited because this is their work, our work, making sure that our government responds to our consumers and sends out a letter to at least give us a guide of what we need to do. So I'm excited. I'm glad that you guys are here because our community needs a voice, and we need to make sure that people who are only in to make money remember that we're humans and we need to be respected as consumers. So thank you for your time, and for the Vecinos Unidos in Sanger and Parlier for bringing this issue forward and sticking with it.